I mean, in the early stages of this, there was a lot of talk about, was it an explosion, was it an electrical fault, was it a bomb? It is now apparent that this is a significant and serious incident which has occurred in Manchester tonight. 19 fatalities is a huge number, and it's no wonder that in the last 10-15 minutes we're seeing a huge amount of police activity on the roads around Manchester, and almost intermittently we're seeing ambulances coming up the road heading to some of the major hospitals. At 19 fatalities, and one would imagine a significant amount of injured, this is clearly now a very significant incident, and terrorism will be the top of the list of suspected motives. A lot of work will be now going on around the scene, and this has to be seen within, of course, the context of what is going on in Britain at the moment, an extremely high level of anxiety about terrorism, and police forces across Britain have been training for incidents such as this, incidents where something happens in a large gathering of people which leads to a large amount of fatalities, walking wounded and injuries, which demands a huge response from first responders, paramedics, police officers. And so police forces have been rehearsing for instances like this, but now they are embroiled in it for real here in Manchester tonight. The helicopter is in the sky, police cordons all around, and a huge amount of forensic interest will be now focused on the arena and trying to crucially build up a chronology of what happened, starting at the beginning of the concert. Who was searched? Was the searching sufficient? Was anybody in the arena with a device that they shouldn't have been in with? All these questions will now be traced back to try and establish what happened here in Manchester tonight. But the news that 19 people have died in that arena will be devastating for their family and friends, but also a huge wake-up call for the police forces here and around Britain. And police forces across Britain now will be on a heightened state of alert. Of course, Britain's terror threat level is already high. It's severe, which means an attack is extremely likely. There's perhaps talk of that heightening. Mark White was talking about that earlier, our Home Affairs correspondent. But around the cordons where I am, and I can only speak for what I see here, there's a lot of activity, a lot of police officers stopping people, some people coming back through the cordons who were at the concerts, although those numbers have diminished in the last half an hour, and it's almost impossible to get within, I would say, half a mile of the Manchester Arena now, which is a very city centre location. Its capacity is around 21,000. It's the biggest arena of its kind in Europe. It has high-profile concerts pretty much every week here in Manchester. It attracts young, old families. They would all have been in there tonight. Greater Manchester Police tell us that they are going to set up a victims bureau. That'll be a number which families who haven't heard from their loved ones yet can call to establish whether they're safe or whether tragically they're being caught up in this. Just seeing around the corner now, typical more police activity. This is ambulances going back into the scene. I've just seen about 2 or 3 leave. That's one that's going back in towards the arena, which is just down that road. This police cordon preventing us from going any further. Just see up here, police officers talking probably to residents or people who are trying to get in there. They are being told not a chance. It's now being fully sealed off. We did hear earlier from eyewitnesses who varying degree of eyewitnesses who all heard a bang as people were starting to leave that arena when the lights had gone up. Some people thought it might have been an electrical fault. Some people described it as a speaker or an amplifier exploding. But clearly the level of fatalities, 19 as of a few minutes ago, would suggest something bigger, something perhaps more sinister. And the police here would have set up a Gold Command at headquarters in Manchester. There'll be senior police officers organising this investigation now, monitoring it as a major incident, and terrorism will be high up that list of suspicions now, given the scale of fatalities and, one would imagine, the scale of the injured.
And just a bit more detail as we piece together what will now be a terrorist investigation, the chronology and geography. The statement from Manchester Arena, the concert venue itself, saying we can confirm there was an incident as people were leaving the Ariana Grande show. That much we knew. They go on to say, though, that the incident took place outside the venue in a public space. We had believed that the incident happened in the foyer area. So their statement says the incident took place outside the venue in a public space. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims. And as you can see, the latest statement on the incident at the Manchester Arena we've had from the police. Further details, then, they say, have now been released. Just before 10:35 p.m. on Monday the 22nd, police were called to reports of an explosion. So far, 19 people have been confirmed dead, with around 50 others injured. This is currently being treated as a terrorist incident until police know otherwise. And certainly, Nick Martin, one begins to wonder about how this will suck a number of cabinet ministers to London to hold a COBRA meeting. What will happen in terms of the election campaign? We've already heard from a number of leaders, including local mayors and Jeremy Corbyn and Tim Farron. So already this will divert attention away from the general election.
Yes, I mean, clearly it's a huge national incident, and it will demand a political response from politicians, senior police chiefs, who will no doubt convene a meeting as soon as possible.